Alright, let's dive into this whole Jay-Z album rumor situation, because honestly, it's a perfect example of how the music industry loves to keep us guessing. So, here's the deal, music executive Ray Daniels recently dropped a bombshell, claiming Jay-Z's new album is completely done. Sounds exciting, right? But hold on, Roc Nation quickly shut that down with a simple Instagram story saying, fake news. So, what's really going on here? First off, let's talk about Ray Daniels. The guy's no amateur, he's worked with major labels like Warner and Universal, and he's not someone who usually throws around baseless claims. So, when he says the album is done, it's natural for fans to get their hopes up. But here's where it gets interesting, Roc Nation's response wasn't just a denial, it was a swift, almost dismissive brush-off. Personally, I think this says a lot about how Jay-Z's team handles rumors. They're not here for the speculation, they're in control of the narrative. Now, let's step back for a second. Jay-Z hasn't dropped a solo album since 444 in 2017. That's 7 years, a long time in the music world. Fans are hungry for new material, especially after his recent appearances, like those Yankee Stadium shows and the Beyoncé collab on Morning Dew. But here's the thing, Jay-Z isn't just any artist. He's a legend, and he's made it clear he's not going to rush something just to meet expectations. In his GQ interview earlier this year, he said, "I just got to make something timeless that I really love." That's a high bar, and it's a reminder that for him, it's not about the hype, it's about the art. What makes this really interesting is the timing. Jay-Z is celebrating the 30th anniversary of Reasonable Doubt with a string of shows in London, Paris, and LA. You'd think this would be the perfect moment to drop a new album, right? But Roc Nation's response suggests otherwise. In my opinion, this could be a strategic move. Maybe they're waiting for the right partnership, as Daniels hinted, or maybe they're just not ready to share it yet. Either way, it's a masterclass in building anticipation. One thing that immediately stands out is how much we're all reading into this. Fans, media, even industry insiders, we're all trying to decode every move Jay-Z makes. But what many people don't realize is that this kind of speculation is exactly what keeps artists like him relevant. Even if the album isn't coming tomorrow, the conversation around it keeps his name in the spotlight. From my perspective, that's a win for him, whether the album drops this year or not. This raises a deeper question, though, how much do we really need new music from Jay-Z? I mean, the guy's already left an indelible mark on hip-hop. Personally, I think his legacy is secure, but there's something about the idea of a new album that feels like a cultural event. It's not just about the music, it's about what it represents. A new Jay-Z album would be a statement, a reminder of his place in the game. So, where does this leave us? Honestly, I'm not sure. Roc Nation's fake news label could be the final word, or it could just be the first chapter in a longer story. What this really suggests is that Jay-Z and his team are playing the long game. They're not going to let rumors dictate their timeline. And you know what? I respect that. In an industry that's all about instant gratification, it's refreshing to see someone take their time. Here's my closing thought, whether the album is done or not, the real story here is how Jay-Z continues to control the narrative. He's not just an artist, he's a brand, a cultural force. And until he's ready to share what's next, we're all just along for the ride. So, what do you think? Is the album really fake news, or is Roc Nation just keeping us on our toes? Let me know in the comments, I'm curious to hear your take.